It's time for the October Bullet Journal. Come on in, welcome to my home. It is time to do our October Bullet Journal. I know it's hard to believe since it is like 90 degrees outside. Today it is raining, so it is only like 80 something, but it is time to do our October Bullet Journal. And my October Bullet Journal is going to keep sort of with the theme of my entire house, which you haven't seen yet, so I won't tell you what it is. You'll be able to figure it out. Now, one of the things that I do use is I actually use some quotes or paraphrases from one of my favorite movies, which is Practical Magic. They aren't exact quotes simply because I needed it to match with what I was going with. So it is a paraphrase. It does go with what I had, but it is there. I really love this, but I'm jumping ahead. Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to look back at my September bullet journal. This is the 23rd, so yeah, we've got it filled out to the 23rd, and I'm really liking it. Wait till you see the mood tracker. That is so cool. We are going to start off with a flip through of September, with of course my splash page, which of course is empty, like it always is. Why do I keep doing these? I don't know. One of these days I'll learn. But I don't think this is that day. I still do like the leaves. The leaves just made me happy. Okay, so then we go into our first week. As you can see, yes, I did not use all of the space that I had for the weekly part of it. However, I did need more space than I had for my normal half page when I did it on just one page, so that was really useful. And you notice I do fill in, like when I do things, I move them forward, I use all those things. Same thing. And I did use up all of this and things got moved around quite a bit. This is so super useful to help me figure out what it is that I'm doing. Once again, Monday. All of these things were, then you can see where things got interesting because the week slowed down. That helped me, that made me happy. And this is where we are actually at today. Today is the 23rd, and I've done these things, but I still have other things to do for the day. But you can see how the week has filled up. Now, we will go on to what I actually love. And there are two of these I haven't filled in yet, and I will actually do that right now. Yeah, I think this is the right color. The 21st and the 22nd. Alright. Let's talk about my tracker. Still, what's driving me crazy is the empty space in my tracker where I don't have things that there's a whole bunch of empty space because this is not done. I'm changing that up this time. My daily things are I'm still liking that. I did get rid of yoga because I hurt my knee really bad, so that's an issue. Yoga's out for a while. Sleep tracker, water tracker. I love this part of this. This part of this will stay the same. This part of this is going to change. Mood tracker. Love the mood tracker. I think the mood tracker is just so cool. As you can see, it's going from, it was all green, now it is going to fall with the fall colors. Now something which I didn't expect that I'd be doing, but I have started doing, which is keeping track of the videos. I know none of this will mean anything to you, but to me, I needed to keep track of what songs were going in the videos, like the speed cleaning videos, because that's sometimes hard to remember if I have the same song in a video, or how recently it's been since I've repeated songs. So I did start keeping track of that. Haven't done this because, I'm not sure why I haven't done this, because this video I do believe is done. No, this video is why it's getting done, or something like that, yes. Alright, so, then, here's something which I started, but I'm not liking. The idea of it was interesting, but the execution was bizarre. I was going to keep track of my hours because on the 15th and 14th, I worked a ton. Worked an absolute ton on getting stuff done and everything. And then on the 16th, there was nothing because I worked so far ahead. So this really didn't pay for what I wanted it to do. So I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do a time log like this, but it is something to consider. Okay, so that was September bullet journal. I love the mood tracker. I can hardly wait to finish that all up and see how that looks. I'm like really happy with that. Alright, so let's talk about the October bullet journal. What you're going to see is you're going to see me put this together using new pins that I just got, and the one thing I will tell you, they are linked down in the description, but I will tell you they bleed through. They bleed through a lot, and I think that's more to do with the paper in the book that I have, because it was never meant to be a bullet journal, than anything else. But it does go with the theme that I had going for it. I really like this one. This is so much fun to do. But don't just take my word for it. Let's jump into it. What's really interesting about this one is I've changed things up from my original idea of how I was going to lay this out. It is going to be vastly different than what was actually laid out. So as we go through this, we're just going to go through this and do it. So my splash page is very, very simple, with my favorite semi-quote from Practical Magic, of course. A little color, and this is probably about the only color that is actually in this one. Every week is just about the same. It has our dates with the extra space. The only difference is there's no line around it. I just use the drop shadow and the highlight box, which I did figure out how to do. I like the fact that it gives you sort of this ghostly, it's not perfect kind of look, simply because it's Halloween. That's the sort of thing which I'm actually going for. Now, the thing which I did find out is that this ink pen does bleed through, and I mean, we are going through, that's 2 pages. So yeah, that is something to think about, but I absolutely love this. And I'm not 100% certain why. I like the simplicity of it. It gives you something fun, it gives you a nice form, but it also gives you something visually to look at which is different. It's not all filled with color. That's really, really nice. And these pages are almost exactly alike. So that is something. And then the small notes section, probably won't use it, but it is there. And this takes us to the end of the month. Now, my October cleaning tracker. This is a new setup where I can mark off the dishes, the days I do the laundry, and when I do take out the trash. But then I also have my weeks and my mopping, vacuuming, and I only put in the initials after I did the first one because I knew what that meant, and when I changed my sheets. Now, the mood tracker is something which is going to be really cool, because here are the moods, here are our little vials, and as the day, whatever day it is, because they are all marked, you will see them fill up with liquid, and it'll be marked by the mood. That I absolutely think is going to be so much fun. It'll be a blast. And of course, this is another one of my paraphrased quotes from Practical Magic. Being normal is not a virtue, which I honestly think is very, very true. Then we have my habit tracker, which this of course stayed the same because I really like it, and I use the gray highlighter for the to delineate the Mondays, which I don't know why, but I really, really like the simplicity of this, and it sort of gives you that nice sort of what the whole theme of my month of October is going to be, which is this witchy, wizardy, homemade kind of vibe. So that is our bullet journal. I am totally loving this bullet journal. I think the less color gives it more of a minimalistic appeal. However, it also doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, we do want it visually pleasing. I do not know why. I love this gray. The gray tones are just so amazing, and I'm interested to see how my mood tracker is going to come out looking because of all the colors that it's going to have in it, which should then pop off the pages, considering everything else is just very muted and toned down and wonderful. I can honestly say this one I am super excited to use. I really loved it, and all the links to all the products that I use are down in the description. I had so much fun doing this, and I really mean this. This one I had so much fun doing. Didn't take terrible amount of time, and I like the fact that it's sort of homemade-y. It gives you that kind of ghostly kind of... I mean, I like the fact that my bullet journal doesn't look like a bullet journal that a normal person couldn't do. I am not an artist in any way, shape, or form. I like my bullet journal to be attractive, but until I get to the point where I'm really good at being an artist, it's still going to look like the average person can do it. So you can recreate this bullet journal. If you do, let me know. You can get a hold of me on most social media at CM Coleman Home. Tag me in those if you recreate this, because I would love to see this. Like I said, this was so much fun to do. I just had a blast with this one, and I really like it. I hope you liked it too. And I hope I get to see you again next time. And check out these videos that I picked out just for you.